It's Saturday, July 19th, and this is the weekly market report where we analyze the forces moving the $5 billion skin economy. There's only one story this week: the fallout from the July 16th trade protection update. While the community celebrates, the third party market is reeling. We've been analyzing the data from Skinport, and the numbers since the update are brutal. According to Skinport's data, daily trading volume has collapsed. Demand for rifles, down 23%. High-tier gloves, down 15%. Even knives, the bedrock of the high-end market, saw demand plummet by nearly 12%. But here's the kicker, the piece of the puzzle that everyone is missing. The drop in skin volume is just collateral damage. It's a smokescreen for Valve's real target. Think about it, if you buy a knife on Skinport, you have to wait 7 days to trade it again. That's annoying, but it's not that different from today. But if you buy a case on Skinport, you have to wait 7 days before you can even open it. That doesn't just add friction, it completely kills the instant gratification that fuels the multi-million-dollar case opening scene. We've confirmed that if you buy that same case on the Steam community market, you can open it instantly. It's a surgical strike, and the numbers from Skinport prove it. While knife demand is down by over 12%, the demand for containers, which is overwhelmingly cases, has fallen right alongside it by over 10%. That's the kill shot. And think about it, this even expands to sticker capsules, souvenir packages, anything that can be opened and consumed. So this might reveal Valve's true endgame. They aren't trying to kill the third-party ecosystem entirely. They're strategically funneling one specific, incredibly lucrative product back into their own walled garden. And it answers the question of their motive. Why would they do this? My hypothesis is Valve is getting ready to release their first Source 2 skin. I'll have a more detailed breakdown sometime later this week of why I think this is the case. But the key question we need to ask ourselves is, why do it now? You can also consider that Valve isn't interested in the headache of taxing $1,000 skin sales. That's pocket change to a company their size, and it brings massive risks. Government scrutiny, regulations, accusations of facilitating gambling. It's a PR nightmare. The real prize, the low-risk, sustainable cash cow, is the daily churn of case sales. Think about the global volume. Millions of cases opened every week, and by making the Steam market the only place for instant openings, they don't need to capture 100% of the market. If they can just funnel 5% of that massive third-party case trading volume back to their own store, where they take the 15% cut on every transaction, the revenues they generate is astronomical. It's infinitely more valuable and safer than the tax on a few high-tier skins. This helps clarify their entire strategy. They don't want to be an auction house for a few rare paintings. They want to be a convenience store that sells millions of lottery tickets every day. The volume is the prize. By crippling third-party case sales, but allowing the high-tier skin market to continue, even though they added friction there as well, they're throwing a bone to the collectors and the high rollers, and they're letting that market exist to keep a vocal part of the community happy. It's a masterful move. They've de-risked their business from regulatory threats while cornering the most profitable segment of their own economy, all under the perfect cover of player security. So that's the reality. Valve is playing 4D chess with their revenue streams, funneling the case market back to Steam. For us, it means the landscape has fundamentally changed, but while Valve is focused on their grand strategy, the core mechanics of the game are still ripe for opportunity. The laws of the trade-up contract haven't changed. It proves that no matter what Valve does, there's always positive EV to be found if you know where to look. Since I don't have a sponsor, I'll give you one as a part of this week's report. All right, let's get into it. As always, prices can change, so double check everything before you pull the trigger. This week, we're looking at a restricted to classified trade-up that's both simple and effective. You're going to buy 10 skins for a total cost of around $5. For the best odds, you'll want 6 MP7 Just Smiles in well worn, 3 P90 Wave Breakers in field tested, and 1 Nova Rising Sun in well worn. The trade up has an EV of about $1.48, and that's it for this week. Trade smart, and we'll see you next Saturday.